watching BBN Tonight, presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to BBN Tonight. We are just under a week away from the NFL draft that starts next Thursday. So until then, we're going to be previewing all of the guys and where they might land.
That's right. We're going to start today with Quandre Mosely. The JUCO product showed up in Lexington, ready to play in 2019, and in his 3 years as a Wildcat, saw action in 36 games. But it was the second half of last season where we really saw him begin to bloom.
Interviews have become kind of a big thing for this process.
Yeah.
I feel like you're a pretty good interviewee at this point.
Somewhat basically. I used to be camera shy a lot, but I mean, I got kind of used to it a little bit more.
I used to be like that too, and then to get into TV, you sort of kind of just get used to all the stuff. But tell me what like this process has been like for you. Has it been nervous, anxious, exciting? Like,
a little bit of all of it. Yeah, it's a roller coaster. My emotions have been up, down, left. I mean, definitely seeing all this stuff and all the interviews and everything. I'm really excited to get my name out there to show like I'm capable of being, playing at the next level.
I was going to say, height is like a big thing with defensive backs. You think of like, Richard Sherman, guys like of that sort. How big is that to be a bigger physical defensive back, especially in today's NFL? Like when you look at it, if you were to look back and just look at a defensive back to go out on the football field, how much do you think that goes into making a great defensive back?
I mean, the length part, it helps out a lot because, I mean, you could stop them from a distance, before they get started. That's why Richard Sherman, he's not the fastest, he's not, but he got the length, so he could slow him down, he could put hands on, and that's really, as a DB, you need to be able to put hands on and be physical with other players, and having that length is a huge advantage. And when being tall, you really notice it, like when you start learning how to use your hands and do everything as a DB.
I wonder if you've thought about this as you've been with this program, that Mark Stoops is obviously his kind of big thing as defensive backs, you know?
Yes, sir.
And seeing some of the players that he's coached and seeing what they've done at the next level, have you thought about what that could do for you in terms of just being taught by him?
Yeah,
in a sense?
definitely. When I first came, I came from a 2-year college, I came from a JUCO, so when I came in, you had Lonnie Johnson, Chris Restry, all them leaving, go to the draft. So it was like, to me, it was like an eye-opener, like, if you don't take this chance, then you missing out. And then ever since I stepped foot here, him and Coach Klink not here no more, but they've really been pushing me, molding me to become a better person, because I played receiver and DB at my JUCO, so turning just strictly defensive back was, it was hard at the beginning, but they really took their time and really taught me the game, taught me my position, like really taught me. So that's why I was able to move in different spots and stuff across the field, because they really taught it to me, taught me the game.
Was there any defensive back or just like an NFL player that you kind of looked up to when you were growing up, or who you maybe want to try to mold your game around? I know that's a weird question, but
I got it's actually 3 people from my hometown that's actually it's 4 now, but 3 defensive backs that the first people in my hometown to ever go to the NFL. Got Darius Slay, Justin Coleman, and Tracy Walker, and that's Tracy Walker's he's my brother. So pretty much just watching them do it was just like like I could do it too, and ever since then they motivated me to keep going. And Darius, he's my close to my family and everything. So seeing him go through the JUCO process and then go to Mississippi State, then go to the NFL, and I knew that I was in the same footsteps. So I was like, if he could do it, I know I could do it. We from the same city, same high school, we did everything. So I was like, if he could do it, so seeing him do it and still still have his legacy now that was really a big motivation for me.
If I were hypothetically a GM sitting here, it's like you're in an office at an organization, why should I draft Quandre Mosely?
Because I'm a versatile player. I can play anywhere you want me. I can play every special teams, everything you want. I got the speed, got the height. Anything you need me, I'm willing to fit in that.
He just said it there, but while Mosely hasn't been projected in the draft, nobody helped themselves more than he did at Kentucky's Pro Day. Here's a refresher on the numbers he put up. 4.32 40, that was amazing. 36-inch vertical, a 10.2 broad jump, the short shuttle in 4.33 seconds, cone drill 6.33. All of those are great numbers, and he's 6'2", and all that should really get the attention of NFL scouts.
For sure. His 40 was my most memorable part of Pro Day. Another important thing to remember with Quandre is that Kentucky really moved him around a lot in his 3 years. So a big part of his future at the next level is how do teams see him? Is he a corner or a safety? Another guy who we don't think is getting near enough love from the NFL media is Justin Rigg. Sure, he doesn't have the flashy receiving numbers, but hey, he's a pretty good pass catcher.
Yeah, and if he's not the best blocking tight end in the draft, show me one better. I got to sit down with him as well. Justin, just tell me, we saw you down there working a little bit. What are you doing to get ready for the league?
Ever since the season ended, I've been here the entire time. I've been working with Coach Ed and Coach Hill, and I feel like they're the best in the business at what they do. And I've been here every morning for about 3 to 4 hours every day, whether it's getting in treatment after a workout or getting in the weight room. But I feel like they've really excelled me in helping me with my strength and my speed a lot, and I feel like they're really helping me get pushed to the next level. Being the tight end that I am, the thing that stands out, that makes me stand out from other tight ends, is that I'm a great blocker. I think I'm versatile in all the ways. I think I have great hands. I think I can run routes. But I feel like my best attribute is blocking.
How difficult is it when you're like a position player like this, and you're still at your school to maybe still, are you out begging Will or one of the other quarterbacks to throw some balls to you?
Yeah, I think early in the process of me, like after the season, I was talking to Will about throwing, and then I guess what's good about it is Terry coming back here, and I've been throwing with Terry for the past couple weeks here, which has been really good.
What's that been like?
You know, I played with him for 3 years, and you know, we had that little break for about 1.5 years, 2 years, but then I still felt the chemistry.
How much can the staff help out, you know, getting in touch with maybe a scout or a GM or something and saying, hey, don't forget about this guy or whatever, you know?
Whether it's agents or with coaches, I feel like if someone's reaching out to them, I feel like it's best for them to put names out there, and I think our coaching staff does a great job at promoting our players and talking up our players.
Is there any place you see out there that, you know, and again, I know you'd go anywhere, but is there a place you see a fit?
Not like a crazy fit, but I mean, I'm definitely open for everywhere and anywhere.
I'll tell you this, whoever takes the chance on Rigg is going to get not just a great football player, but a great guy. Yeah. And there's a place for quote unquote blocking tight ends in this league. Just look around. Every team has one, Anna.
That's right. Take him. All right, don't move, because when we come back, we'll have a look at the new Central Bank Center and Rupp Arena ribbon cutting ceremony. You're watching BBN Tonight.